dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. He came out and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this.
But it
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
scared. He was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it? Okay.
It all started on January 27, 2023, when Alexee Travizo's mom called 911 reporting that her daughter was having severe back pain. She was taken to the ER. The doctors attended 19-year-old Alexee and performed several tests on her to know the cause of the pain. Those tests also included a pregnancy test, which came out to be positive. But before the reports were out, at night around 1:40 a.m., Alexee left the room and ran towards the bathroom. She remained there for another 18 minutes. After 10 minutes, her mom came to check on her. The staff and the doctors grew extremely concerned. They opened the door of the bathroom and found her in the middle of a bloody mess. She was trying to clean the blood off the floors. The hospital staff assisted Alexee out of the bathroom. In the recording, you can clearly see that she quietly walks out of the bathroom holding a tissue, doesn't say anything to anyone, quietly dumps the tissue in the trash, and then returns to her room, acting totally normal. Moments later, the housekeeper went in to clean the blood off the bathroom. When she tried to pick up the trash can, she realized that it was heavy, like something unusual was dumped in there. She opened it and immediately called for help, realizing that it was a lifeless body of a newborn baby dumped in the trash can.
Lori, the ER tech, had already called Leela, the housekeeper. Hey, can you come and clean this bathroom? Because there's a lot of blood. So Leela went to clean, and she had already been cleaning pretty much everything when they said that the last thing that she lifted the trash can and she realized that it was heavy. And so then she was like, this is weird because this bathroom trash has never been heavy. So she said that when she looked, that she wasn't sure what it was, but she kind of thought that what she was seeing was maybe like a baby. So she said that she yelled out for Lori, and Lori went in there and grabbed it, and I guess sure enough realized that there was a baby in there. So Lori yelled out for HT, or went to get HT. I'm not sure exactly. HT tells me that he goes, grabs the trash can, and he lifts the bag, realizes there's a baby in there, so he takes it right across the hall to Trauma 2, tears open the bag, realizes the baby's there, and it was
you
lifeless.
didn't witness any of this?
So at the time, he's telling me that, so he's like, so come on. He's telling me everything I just said is from HT's story.
Okay.
And so then he's like, so come on, here it is. And so I walk into the Trauma 2 room, and sure enough, the baby's on the gurney where he had placed the baby, lifeless. And the trash can is right by the gurney. So, of course, I was in utter shock. We were all just in shock. And so they had already called the police.
Alexee Travizo had given birth to her fully gestated 9-month baby in the bathroom of a hospital and quietly dumped it in the trash, thinking that nobody would ever notice.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here, do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
Nothing,
9 months?
nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
Nothing was crying.
The hospital staff was interviewed by the police. She told them when she went to Alexee to inquire about some details in order to register the baby, Alexee denied killing the baby. She said when she gave birth to it, it was not breathing or making any sound. So she placed the baby in the trash.
So I said, right now it's very important that you're very honest and truthful with me. I said, and it was just she and I in the room. And
Mom wasn't there?
Mom was not there.
Okay.
And I said, did your baby take at least one breath when it first happened? Or did it take at least one breath, or was it not breathing? And then she kind of looked at me in the face and the eyes, and she was like, well, can I tell you? And I said, tell me what? And she said, so I've been having this bad abdominal pain, she said, and we came here to the ER, and when they brought me back here to this room, I felt like I needed to go poop. She said, and I asked if I could go to the bathroom. She said, and so when they said, yeah, that I could go to the bathroom, she said, when I sat on the toilet, she said, it just all fell out. And she said, but when I had it in my arms, it wasn't breathing, it wasn't moving. And so, of course, you want to be very, very judgmental at that time, and you have to bite your tongue sometimes, but you know, my first reaction was like, I wanted to say, hey, well, then why wouldn't you call us for help? But I didn't. She said, so I just, he wasn't moving, he wasn't breathing. So I just placed him in there.
Alexee also denied the fact that she had any knowledge of her pregnancy.
Then I asked, so do you have, was it a steady boyfriend? She said yes. And then I said, did he know that you were pregnant? And she was like, no. I said, did you know that you were pregnant? And she said, no.
After some tests, she was allowed to leave from the hospital. Fast forward to 4 months later, May 10th, 2023. Alexee was charged with murder and was arrested. Her mother was furious towards the cops, asking repeatedly what the arrest was for.
Okay, so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got to talk.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What is she under arrest for?
She is warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
She's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that. But
Okay, then let me know now. What is she under arrest
bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right in front.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under
she's
arrest
gonna get
for.
arrested regardless. I mean, I don't know why.
For what? For what? For what?
Are you okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence
Yes.
at the hospital?
Yes.
So, can we say her now?
During the arrest, Alexee seemed calm and composed while she was packing up her things, but her mother was devastated.
You can follow us over there. I will take you there. You can follow me over there.
When can I get, like, her bond? What?
That's set up by the judge. It's Magistrate Judge Chuck
When-
Foster. He should be doing it. If it's after 3, he'll be doing it in the morning.
The trial of Travizo started on August 26, 2024 at the New Mexico court. Her charges included first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Alexee claimed that she did not know that she was pregnant, but the video footage shows otherwise. Just before 3 weeks of giving birth, she could be seen cheerleading with a quite prominent baby bump. The autopsy report revealed that the cause of death of the baby was listed as asphyxia by suffocation or strangulation. The injury to the baby occurred because it was tied in a plastic bag. The prosecutor argued that during autopsy of the baby, there was air found in its lungs, but Alexee said at the time of the birth, the baby was not crying, that it was stillborn. Despite such evidences have came to light, Alexee has still pleaded not guilty for first-degree murder. In between the time she was being tried for first-degree murder, she also filed a civil lawsuit against the hospital for wrongful death. Gary Mitchell, who is the attorney representing Alexee, said that the hospital knew about the pregnancy, that they had got the report of the tests done almost an hour ago, and yet they did not tell Alexee or her mother about the pregnancy. He also contended that the hospital administered medications to Alexee for the back pain, which was morphine, that could have potentially harmed the child.
System at 12:51, the lab sent the results via email or transmission via computer to the nurse's desk, to the emergency room physician, and to the nurse assisting Alexee. At 12:51, the nurse assisting Alexee knew she was pregnant, but thought that the doctor should be the one to tell her. And for 49 minutes, they didn't tell her. And in fact, they never told her until she went to the bathroom. Yes, the nurse had to unhook her from the IV, that was delivering morphine to her, and at the time she didn't know this, but it turns out 0.19 milligrams per milliliter of morphine to the fetus, to her baby.
I really don't know about how much of that could really affect the child, but what do you think about it? But for now, Alexee has been released on a 100,000 bail bond. She was allowed to attend school and also graduation with a few minor restrictions. And now she roams free, which is very comical when you consider the fact that she was charged with first-degree murder of an infant.